Welcome everyone to Skyrim, a brand new game that no one has ever played. Okay, fine. So it's 1,000 years old and everyone alive has played it a million times. I don't really care. I love Skyrim and I'm gonna play it again. Only this time, instead of wandering through the forest for 100 hours, we're gonna do a challenge. We are going to beat the main quest without leveling up. From Helgen to Sovngarde as a level 1 character, we will save Tamriel with only 100 health. Off we go.
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Our Dragonborn will be a Breton, not because they are my favorite character or anything, but because Bretons have 25% magic resistance, and we are definitely gonna need it. So after a couple of minutes of face tuning and hair choosing, here is our guy. We should all be familiar with the escape from Helgen, so I'll just show the highlights.
You from Daggerfall, Breton?
A dragon saves our life. We hit a sweet jump. There's a bit of running.
We better get moving.
We make a new friend.
Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
We fight a whole bunch of Imperials. We meet some cool spiders. There's even a bear fight. And finally, we escape into the forest of Skyrim. Now we make our way to Riverwood.
Things just go from bad to
We start the main quest.
We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Maybe you could talk
We
some
ruin
sense
a
into
relationship.
him.
Sorry, Sven.
You can tell Sven that he already has a mother.
Time to get lost. friend.
Here we chop a few bandits.
No more?
Bleak Falls Barrow! There's a big spider fight. And a man named Arvel.
You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone? Knew it.
We chop lots of Draugr. Lots of Draugr. We find one of the puzzle doors. We beat the boss. And now we return the Golden Claw.
I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this.
Here we meet Jarl Balgruuf.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
He asks us to fight a dragon.
There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again.
We actually fight a dragon. And we learn our first shout. Next we meet Lydia.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
God damn you!
We make a detour to the Lordstone. Now we travel to Ivarstead to climb the 7,000 steps. We bravely run away from a fight. We drop off some supplies. Here we meet the Greybeards.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age. Master Bori?
Old men teach us how to run through a gate.
Now, your turn. Breath and focus.
And finally, we get our quest.
You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
Back in Iverstead, we meet some cultists.
Light.
I think this is Santa Claus. Here we find Houston Graff. We fight some mages. We fight lots of Draugr. Hey, this is a nice view.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
Ooh, some skellies. A nice word wall. Another skeleton. The only time you will ever use whirlwind sprint. More spider bros. And finally, we get the horn.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
And it's not even here.
So you're the
Now we meet Delphine the Unlikable and learn about the blades.
I think you're looking for this. We need to talk.
We travel to Kynes Grove and fight another dragon. We meet a man named Malborn and give him everything we own.
Give me what you can't live without.
You might consider putting on something. Anything.
At the Thalmor Embassy, we chop a few elves.
Behold the future!
And we find info on a man named Esbern. Oh, poor Malborn. He didn't make it. We make our way to a horrible place in search of Esbern.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
We go into the sewers and chop some bandits.
Son of a...
All you've got?
We also chop a few elves. We speak to an old man through a door.
Go away!
We find the one person who likes Delphine.
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Esbern leads us to Kartspire, where we bravely run past the enemies.
Here, the humans rebelled.
We find Alduin's wall, and Esbern explains that we need a shout to defeat Alduin.
Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
Now we want to find an Elder Scroll to help us with some time travel. So, of course, we meet with a crazy old man.
But no, it is not in my possession. Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. Relatively speaking.
Now we travel to a Drummer ruin called Althand. We chop some Drummer automatons. We meet a Khajiit.
Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? This one wasn't trapped with us.
I guess Lydia was bored. I don't know. We chop even more automatons. There's a big scary jump. The Falmer were really tough, so we ran past them after this first guy. And finally, we reach the Tower Mazark. Where we find an Elder Scroll.
We are devoted to the...
Now we do the Agent of Mara quest, where we have to help 3 couples be together.
Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land?
First is a young couple in Iverstead.
Vastrid, we must speak.
Bassianus, sweetie, what is it?
We must leave. Your father will never approve of us, and I grow weary of this place.
Where will we go?
To Riften, my pet. How you'll adore the city.
Oh, and to be with you.
I'll make the preparations immediately.
Next, we have a couple in Markarth.
Valine,
Shh. It's all right. You don't need to say anymore. I had no idea you were so nuanced.
I love you.
So I hear. Come here, you.
Finally, we have a couple that will be together in Sovngarde.
Of course I am. What brings you here?
I had heard that Gyukar's men were wiped out. I came to find you.
But that battle isn't expected until tomorrow. Ruki, what's going on?
I'm so confused. What's happening?
It doesn't matter. I'm here. We're together now. And we will be forever.
And for our effort, we get an extra 15% magic resistance. Now we're going to get a useful item after we chop a few bandits. Here's the boss.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend. Bastard!
And here are the Iron Hand gauntlets. Okay, back to the main quest. We are here to meet Parthenax, leader of the Greybeards.
Drem Yolok, greetings, Wunderneek.
I am Parthenax.
We need to use an Elder Scroll to travel back in time. Conveniently, we have one on us. Here we learn Dragon Rend, the shout we need to defeat Alduin. We meet Alduin for the first time, and he's not very friendly. We managed to defeat him for now. I actually had to Google how to resurrect Lydia. Now we need to trap a dragon in the keep at Dragon's Reach. To do so, we have to find a way to stop the civil war. Instead of fighting, I chose to do Season Unending, a quest where we negotiate a ceasefire between the Empire and the Stormcloaks. This was a bad move. The quest is awful and boring, and I'm not going to make you watch it. Here we have a chat with Odahviing.
Zuulbonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position.
And then we catch a ride to Skuldafn. Now we find ourselves in Skuldafn, and we're here alone with no Lydia for backup. At first, I did some fighting, but ultimately running away was the best strategy. After we enter Sovngarde, it takes a potion of paralysis to finally defeat Soon.
What brings you, Wayfarer? Hunger here, Sovngarde. Yours gifts to honor dead.
We meet some familiar faces.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war, our wills undaunted. The endless...
Now the final battle with Alduin.
His death for ours.
We are victorious. Tamriel is saved. It turns out the main quest isn't all that tough, even at level 1. Now let's see how many levels we've stored up. This marks the end of our journey. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Goodbye.